Subconsciously, taking time out to be alone can be a strange concept. But for me, it's something that I yearn for and try to do as often as I can. Sometimes we avoid being alone or even sit in silence for fear of what may show up. But there are so many good things to enjoy when being alone. I'm on my way to take part in a gardening workshop and decided to make the most of it and pack up my van for the weekend. I love to fill the van with all the foods I love, my camera, favourite music and a good book. When I hit the road, I feel free and empowered. It makes me feel alive again. I arrived in a small coastal town called Waihi. I love to look around the local shops and I stopped at the coolest cafe. It has an Asian theme full of palms, statues and traditional covered eating areas with comfy cushions. I chatted to the friendly staff, enjoyed a scone and sat thinking of my time living in Asia and how I hope to get back there one day soon. With busy lives, distractions and life in general, how often are we able to just take our time, eat in silence and process our own thoughts? I jumped back in my van towards the area where the workshop is to take place and pulled over for a much needed coffee. The cafe sits along the river and has a mystical surroundings with handmade figurines, old bridges and historical artefacts. I enjoyed my coffee whilst looking around at all the quirky pieces and colourful details. Just 5 minutes from the cafe, I found an incredible waterfall. As I sat on a rock by the water's edge, the sound of the water cascading and crashing to the base was exhilarating. The air felt crisp and clean and it certainly cleared my head. I found the most amazing campsite near a beautiful river.
Amazing! Beautiful. I have this all to myself. There is nobody else here. I'm on my own and I just can't believe how beautiful this is. How have I never seen this before?
I decided to head out for a walk and take a swim in the inviting waters. It was cold but so invigorating. I sat listening to the birds, the sound of the water flowing over the rocks, and I watched the trees dance in the wind. I had packed up some cheese, biscuits and olives for a light dinner and made myself a little picnic on a rock that made the most perfect table. I brewed a cup of tea, taking my time to savour the aroma, and sat reading my book until the night sky arrived. At night, I love the difference in sound that nature makes. Everything just seems sharper. The water was glistening and there was a high pitch of sound of wildlife from down the stream. Being alone allows you to enjoy what you love without feeling like you have to people please. Thoughts such as, are they enjoying this? Will they be annoyed if I want to leave early? Are removed. It also allows you to be in touch with your beliefs and feelings without you being influenced by others.
I'm just sat here and I thought I have to show you how cosy it is in here.
There was a heavy rain through the night, so I woke early, grabbed my umbrella, boots and headed out for a walk.
Good morning. Woke this morning and it's been 5 years since I moved to New Zealand. I arrived with my backpack on my own. I travelled through India and Sri Lanka and to this day it's 5 years. I mean, I'm here on my own, a solo traveller again for the weekend, exploring New Zealand and celebrating. And I just thought I'd share with you because I'm really proud. I'm really proud of all I've achieved. It's not been easy. There's been a lot of tears, a lot of laughter too, but it's taken me a long time to get to this point in life. What better way than to come for a nice morning stroll along the river in nature and celebrate life. I'm going to make a cup of coffee, make some breakfast and then maybe read a little bit more of my book, take some pictures with my camera and make my way to the workshop, which starts at 9:30.
I always have a book with me, and I am currently reading Flowers in the Dark, and it's by Sister Dang Nghiem, MD. I'm not sure if I've pronounced that right, sorry sister. And I got to this paragraph and it's called Giving Yourself a Lazy Day, and I just thought I would read this to you. In our practice centres we have a lazy day on Monday every week. Tay has been advised to call it a rest day because the idea of laziness has had negative social connotation, but he insisted on keeping this name. Tay once shared that of all the many titles and honours he has received, he enjoyed the title of Lazy Monk the most. To practice being lazy, choose a day in the week or an hour in the day that you can simply be, with the attitude of nowhere to go and nothing to do. You can enjoy sitting or lying in a hammock, on a rocking chair underneath a shady tree, or even more lazily, your bed. You may find that being lazy is actually not that easy. Breathe, smile, and relax. Here are some mantras you can say lazily to yourself to remind yourself that you can let go of the habit of doing. I can simply be. Thank you. I love you. I am so blessed. This is not so bad. And she goes on to talk about how we go on our holidays and we're always so busy doing and sightseeing that sometimes we, or mostly, and I'm sure like me, I'm pretty sure we all do the same, we come back pretty exhausted and we don't feel that rested at all. And it's just such a good point that we really need to rest, and that lazy isn't negative at all. And if you want to lay in bed all day, do it. And I hope you find that interesting. I'm absolutely loving this book. I recommend this. And it's absolutely beautiful.
Moving to a new country and then a new area is a big adjustment. As an adult, it takes a lot of time and energy to start over and meet new people. When you get older, your perspective changes, but you're also more aware of who you are, your dislikes, likes, and the type of people you would like in your life. I booked onto a gardening workshop as I find events like these a way to engage, build bonds, and learn from others. The rain continued to pour down, but we didn't care. We stood outside, wrapped up in our waterproof coats, and wrote down notes from the session that were just running down the pages. I felt connected and my spirits lifted whilst gaining so much knowledge, not only about gardening, but about the area we live in and the group's lives. It's important to step out of a comfort zone, meet others, and challenge yourself. You never know what you may find out or where it may take you, but it's always when the best stories in life happen. I headed home feeling warm, lifted, united, and a bit soggy. I felt grateful for this time to myself, but it also installed a huge appreciation for my tiny little home, my partner, and my cosy bed.